Hi and welcome to the Hidden Div. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to add a blog to your website. So to begin with, we're just going to go to the pages section of your WordPress dashboard and we're going to click add new page and then we're going to just type in blog. We can just now go to the top right area of the page here and select publish, and at this point we're just going to exit back to our WordPress dashboard. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. Firstly, you can kind of just create a blog page and link this to the front end of your site and kind of build your blog there. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to actually set this up through the WordPress settings so that I can basically, tell WordPress and tell Google search engines that this is my blog page. So what we'll do is we will go to the settings page and go to reading. And in here you can see we can assign our home page, which is already done. And below this, it's got post page, which I'm going to select as blog and click save. So now our blog page is now set. So if we go back to the pages, because this is now set as a blog post page, you can't just go in and edit it. It's kind of become a template page now. So what we need to do is go along to the hello icon on the left here and select theme builder. And in here we need to click add new, and what we're looking for is an archive page. So we're going to get some options of templates here. We can just close this off, and what we're now going to do is just build out our blog archive page. So I'm going to select Flexbox, and what I'm going to do to begin with is I'll make this 1400 pixels wide to match the rest of my website. I'll add a little bit of padding. I'll then also go to the style tab and add the dark grey background. We can add a little heading into here. And what we can actually do is have the dynamic tags take care of this. We can set this as, if we're going to have multiple layers of a blog archive, but for this version, just to keep it simple, we're just going to type out the word blog. We're going to set this as an H1. I'm going to change the style of this to white, and we'll also just center align it as well so it sits nice and center in the page. We can quickly go to the top here and set some media queries. That looks okay. I'll just drop down some of the padding a little bit just so it doesn't take up as much space. That should be about right, and I think for mobile we can do something similar as well. I'm just kind of reducing the amount of that needs to be 20 amount of padding on the sides there, just so it doesn't become too squashed. So that looks about right, so we'll just keep that nice and basic. And what we're now going to do is add in our blog archive template. So what we'll do is if we click the plus button here and add in our flex box, actually what we'll do is I'll close that off, and what we are going to do, because I've already added the sort of media queries for the sizing and things, and this can kind of follow a similar sort of format, so we can just actually duplicate this, and what we'll do is we'll just remove the color and we can just remove the heading from within there, and then that template's kind of, the container is kind of ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll click the plus icon, and there's a couple of different ways you can add these. So we're essentially looking to add our blog archive card. So there's a few templates set up for this. So the first one that you can do is just a post element from Elementor, so that's that there. But you can also add a loop grid, which I'll show you how to do that in a different video, but essentially that allows you to add your own custom style into how the cards look for each of the blog posts. But just for this purpose of this video, we'll stick to just standard posts. That's added into a new container there because I didn't drag it, so I'll just move that up and delete this. So as you can see, we've got this, these example blog posts in here. These are some example posts that I put together. I've got post 1, 2, and 3. What we're going to do is just change how these look. So what you can do is firstly set how many columns is there. So We can set that to 4 if we want it slightly smaller. We'll just leave it as 3 for now. The image resolution, because these are quite large, it looks a little bit pixelated, so we can increase that to medium large, so that just is a little bit more crisp. You've got some of the metadata here, if you can see just under the title. So it's got the comments in there. I'm just going to click that off just to remove them, and we'll just leave that as just the date, which I think looks quite neat and tidy. We can also go down and edit the length of the excerpt text, so we'll maybe set that as 40. That isn't shown in the preview, but that should pull through once it's updated at the front end. So what we can do is just go to some of the styling and just tidy this up a little bit, so you can go through, you can control the gap between them all. So let's see if we want to have that as 40 pixels, and you can do the same for the row gap, which you'll not be able to see at the moment, but if we dropped it down to, down to tablet size, for example, we could amend the row gap, although be aware that that's doing it for just the tablet here, so you'd have to set that for all your different screen sizes. So if I go back to desktop, and we'll just leave it as 35 for now, that's fine. We'll go through the images, fine, and we'll just go through and change some of the title color, just because it's quite pink at the moment. So we'll just put it to a bit of a sort of an off black color, just to match more of the branding that we've got. And I'll do the same for the read more text. We'll just put it as a bit of a dark grey, and we'll keep it quite basic for now, just for this example. So yeah, like I say, we can go down through the screen sizes, and you can see how it will then scale down. This is all looking fine. We'll go to tablet and to mobile, and yeah, that's looking okay. So what we'll now do is click publish on this, and we want to click add condition, and we want this to be the posts archive. You can't set it to all archives now, because we don't have any other archive pages, but the problem is if we wanted to then add more, this could then impact them. So what we'll do is we'll keep it quite specific at the moment, and we'll say this is for all post archives. So we'll now click save and close, and that should now be updated. So what we can do now is actually go through to the front end of our website, and I've got the home page up there, I need to remove that. If we now go across to blog, you can see our blog archive page is now pulled through. So that should now work. If we click through to these blog posts, these haven't been styled yet, but that's something else I can show you in another video. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and also comment below if there's any other particular tutorials you want me to show you. Thanks.